touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Light skin, primetime action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, high zoom, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's a playoffs.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Pickett to throw on first down. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Off play action. Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Flushed out right. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Gregory Rousseau. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Pickett. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake. Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 67 yards. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Pickett going to bootleg it. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of.
Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth, 27 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
4 yards the pickup, first down. And the Bills at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they can.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds, so this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen going to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Good catch there by Dawson Knox, and everything just clicked for him in his 3rd season in the league in 2021. 9 touchdown catches, tied for the league lead among tight ends.
On the delay, here's Hines. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Draw play. This is Hines. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Touchdown, Bills! Cole Beasley from 4 yards out. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Flush to his right. He gets it complete to Harris. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Pickett now on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll buy some time right. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers and Bills, they played in the season opener last year, if you recall. And it was the Steelers who pulled off a bit of a stunner. They rallied late, beat the Bills in Buffalo 23-16. Buffalo a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but they would quickly right the ship. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they've picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Oftentimes, broken tackles are his specialties, and put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. Saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. They'll roll him out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers have retaken a third quarter lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point gain. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he's got some space here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on second down. Allen flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Throwing on first down is Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 124 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First down, and they go back to Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Pickett escaping the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Pickett back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Rolling to his right. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air on first down with Pickett. He's got it. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's got his man here, Beasley. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was
touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Pickett sets up play action. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And this one is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Round 80! 56, 56! You can't block me! You can't block me! You can't block me!
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now Allen. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throwing is Allen. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
To throw is Allen. He'll buy some time right. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.